Everyone fights, no one quits. If you don't do your job, I'll shoot you.
Preston, good buddy. I think I heard about some new backpacks that came in. We need to go check them out. Another thing we need to check out is, let's check our perk chart. No, that's not what I want. Let's check perks. Have I gotten your perk yet? There's yours. More damage and gain 20% resistance when facing 3 or more opponents. Well, there you go, Preston. I think that because of that, Preston, I think it's going to be time for you and I to part ways because I need somebody in charge of the castle. Alright? So, on the way there, we're going to pick up, I heard there's going to be some backpacks that we can purchase now. So let's go pick up a backpack. Just make sure where we are and with our stuff here. Okay, so alright, so oh, I have a backpack. When did I get a backpack? Oh boy. Oh boy.
What are you building?
What am I building, he says. You know, we're gonna go with the Minuteman. And we're gonna stick to olive. And we want this one. Oh wait, let's rename this. Okay. Let's equip this buck. I haven't noticed where this actually helped my carry weight at all. Okay, it helped me a little bit. Alright, so come on, Preston. I need to get you down to the castle. Trudy, you got any backpacks?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well,
Let's
let's
see what
see
you
what you got.
All salvage, but nothing's junk.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Alright. Right. Okay. Ooh, you do have a military backpack. Interesting. Alright, Trudy. Thank you. That hurt a lot. What are you guys doing? does 50% more damage against animals. Oh, not that that's important, but whatever. See that person just like that? They took off. They came out here to get that one guy. That was it.
Not gonna make very good time with you so loaded down.
I'm gonna unload here in a minute. Calm down. Gotta find a weapons bench. We need to get some defenses up here. And get people geared up.
What are you building?
I'm building some weapons, buddy. We're gonna outfit this crew.
Got work to do. Can't talk now.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
Okay.
Okay, so I went ahead and took some of the weapons that I had, and I'm pretty much stuck with the weapons that I use in my other playthrough, that I do most of my building on, and I'm basically stuck with the same type of weapons, kept the naming convention and all that kind of stuff. And so what I'm doing here is I went ahead and modified all the weapons that I had on me and that kind of stuff, and I'm just handing out to the different people. I thought I'd speed this up. I wanted to kind of show this. I've been wanting to kind of show this for a while, but so here I'm gearing up everybody that I come across. So I see somebody carrying a pipe pistol or whatever when they're walking around, then they get something new. I don't know if I end up getting everyone, but I give it a pretty good shot. So I just kind of wander around and show everything. I did want to kind of speed this up because kind of slow and boring watching me do it for the most part. But I thought it'd be kind of at least somewhat kind of informative or interesting or what have you, just kind of see what all it takes to gear up everyone and that kind of stuff. So this, I've sped this up two times the speed, so it you can get a decent appreciation for how much work this takes. But I highly recommend it, because if everybody's running around with pipe pistols, their damage is like 30 or something like that. It's really pathetic. And as you all know, at some point you have to defend the castle. So I've got some people here to defend the castle, and the least I could do is give them some decent weapons. So I've gone through and just kind of picked out everybody and went through and assigned out weapons as I had them. And it's I would also like to maybe before the Institute attacks the castle, I may come back through and actually give them some proper clothing as well, something to give them a little bit better protection and that kind of stuff. I think that'll be advantageous. So that'll probably be something that I'll do. I'll put ballistic weave on a bunch of gear and that kind of stuff, and see how that goes. So this guy, he's actually one of the last guys that I was able to gear up. So I had to go grab some more weapons, and I also grabbed some armor, and just thought I'd kind of use it up. So I'm gonna run back and actually take care of that kind of stuff as well. So here I am, and I just decided to show kind of the process that I go through when I'm gearing things, and this is something that I showed previously in one of my other build videos, kind of nestled in between my coastal cottage build video. I showed a gearing video there. Here's kind of shows what it's like to do multiples at the same time, or all the during the same process or whatever. So here I am. You can see I'm labeling the gear as well, so that way, and I forgot what the name of it was, so I did look it up. And so here I looked it up, and now I'm just going to go through and label everything to the appropriate name, using the same naming convention that I use in my normal playthrough, my building playthrough, I should say. And so, even this item here, it's a legendary, but it's not something I plan on using as well. So why not at least name it? And I went ahead and left the duelist part on there just to kind of, I don't know, for whatever reason, but I added the other name in there. But yeah, so here's the process of going through and naming everything, and all that kind of stuff. And so I get everything named, and then I realize, oh, I had picked up more weapons, so let's go ahead and outfit these weapons. So um, I just kind of go through and for the most part, I do a lot of the same weapons, so it's not hard for me to remember what to do to them. But every now and then, I kind of come across some that I it was like, oh, well, if I do this model of, like this combat rifle, there's like 3 or 4 different models of a combat rifle. Well, 5 if you count the sniper rifle part. Um, so, I have to remember what each one has, because, um, you know, it can take a little bit. And, all of these I decided to use 308 rounds, and those are the 412B combat rifles that use the 308s. And sometimes I'll do the ones with use the 45. I use those a lot, just because on my other playthrough I have a lot of 45 ammo, but I was carrying around a lot of 308 ammo, and plus I wanted them to have a little bit more kind of stopping power and what have you. So I mean, I could have made them full auto and gave them 45s as well, but I thought the 308s would be kind of good to use up the ammo and that kind of stuff. So here I am, just kind of, you can see where I kind of went through, and I've kind of found that it's actually quicker. It seems to be more efficient if I rename it first, but it's kind of a habit I'm trying to get myself into. If it's something that you guys, anybody out there wants to try to gear up their peeps, their settlers, and a lot of the same weapons and that kind of stuff, I highly recommend going through and actually renaming it first if you are going to use a naming convention, because otherwise, as you build them or what have you, it starts throwing them all over in the inventory, so it makes it kind of difficult to go find them and uh, find them after you've modified them and then rename them and that kind of stuff. So I highly recommend changing that up and doing that. So just some more weapons, and here we go again. We're gonna go in and just start gearing out people as well, and I most likely probably come up with the I think I've geared more people or I have enough gear more than the people that I have, so I end up not using everything that I've built, but there's some people that, like the artillery person, you know, if they get into them, then it's going to be close quarters combat. So sometimes I'll give them, a 10 millimeter pistol, but I didn't modify any this time. So I just thought it'd, be appropriate to give them a combat shotgun. So this lady here, I realized, oh, she's already in a military uniform. Well, I have this, body armor. So I gave her some of the personal armor, but unfortunately I didn't have enough for a full set, and I didn't feel like going, and I have some of the stuff here in the castle. I just didn't feel like going and getting it and then putting it all in. So that might be, like I said, that might be something else that I do at a later time period. I'll bring them in there and do that kind of thing. So yeah, so pretty much, there's a total of 22 people here at the castle, and I think I've pretty much got them all geared up. And I tried to get them all assigned to something. So I ended up putting in quite a few different security posts and that kind of thing. So anybody that I saw that was unassigned, I went ahead and assigned them to security points. And so all of those got assigned out, and the people there can help with the security and that kind of thing. So I mean, that's what the castle's about, right? So it's it's kind of like a main base of operations type of thing. So let's talk to Preston here.
Hey, go ahead.
Farm's not much, but it's...
Bye. Whatever you need, you've got it. You can head home now.
I'm not sure why that was so difficult to it happens sometimes. It's difficult to select the talk option. So,
Go head home.
but
Put yourself in a
yeah.
car.
So I'm gonna dismiss Preston and kind of go on my own. Well, it's time for me to move on without Preston. I'm gonna try to do this a little bit by myself without any companions for a little bit. I've pretty much got all the companion perks that I want. I may go ahead and try to get Nick Valentine's. That might be a decent idea to do. So I'm going to head over to the airport and then kind of move on from there. But this should be pretty much the end of the video here. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
This looks extraordinarily bad.
Well, that's because you're an idiot.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
You are ugly when you're angry.